This is the card art. Let's take a look. It's the regular Marvel Legends style. There's Colossus on the side. Back of the card. And I'm going to open this up and continue the review. This is a Marvel Legends review on Colossus, and it's part of the Warlock Build A Figure wave, and it comes with the head piece of Warlock. This would be a separate review, and like a saw blade, so that's a separate figure. And Colossus himself comes with an alternate bearded head, which I'll flip out a little bit later in the review. And on to the Colossus figure. This is Colossus in his more modern X-Men costume that he wears in the comic books as I'm making this video. It's not the classic look. What really stands out on this figure is the size. It's bigger than a normal Marvel Legend, as it should be, because it fits the character well. You can see the sculpting detail on the arms here and the hands. I like this open type pose for like a grip. This is painted on, the X symbol. You would think at first that this looks like his metal chest armor, but it's just a black area that, I don't know why, purpose-wise, it doesn't seem to make any sense design-wise. The head sculpt is really detailed. Classic Colossus look from the comic books. Serious type of stern look to him. You would think in a way, like, maybe he should have a belt or something from the design. Like something is missing, but no, there's no belt. This is kind of like an armored type of look. You see the sculpting? This is sculpted. It's not just painted on, so they spent quite a bit of money here tooling up new parts, Hasbro. Same thing here, sculpt detailing. The back is very plain, not too much going on here. Gonna switch out the head, so let's take a look in a second. Normal Colossus. There we go, the bearded look, and the hair is a little different. Let's take a look at this one. It's like a little curl here. Got a mustache. I actually like the bearded look for this costume better, for this particular look, what he's wearing. It looks more intimidating. It looks, actually it looks just better, I think, for this figure. But you got to wonder from a technical viewpoint, how the heck does his hair transform into like a metal armor? And he does it instantly, his whole body. Kind of makes no sense from that perspective. It is about 7.5 inches tall. Check out the articulation. The head's on a ball joint. Good downrange up to the sides. Ball jointed shoulder area. Up or down. In or out. Got a bicep articulation. Has one point at the elbows. And the wrist you can't spin. And not really any in or out here, just a little bit. The gauntlet section does get in the way a bit. I like the open-ish hand grip here. And this is a closed fist. Upper torso, good range. And swivel waist. Ball jointed at the hip area. Up and down. Swivel thighs. Double knee articulation. And right under here, under the boot section here, has a calf swivel. And the ankles up, down, to the sides. And gonna give my final thoughts about this Colossus action figure in a moment. Overall, Colossus in his more modern costume, I think this action figure is sort of a mixed bag. It depends on if you really like the costume. It's a look that I think with fans overall, it's not something that they consider the ideal Colossus. Instead of his classic costume, this is kind of weird in that Colossus's main feature is that he could turn his skin into metal. And yet most of his body is covered up in clothing, and only the arms and the head are exposed. Which kind of defeats the purpose of having a mutant power that looks metallic and metal. You know, it's like, if he has a special power, why the heck is he covered up all the time? And the chest plate, you'd think that's exposed, but it's just like a colored black arrow that's... It looks weird, you know, the costume. It's definitely not my favorite Colossus figure. But in its own right, if you get over that fact, I think Hasbro did a good job in terms of the production of it. The two different head sculpts, the position of the hands, the size, where it's like 7 inches and bigger than the other X-Men. I think they did all that right. And it is, as I'm making this video, the current costume in the comic books anyway. So that's my final interpretation of this Colossus. Mixed bag of both good and bad, I would say. And you do need it if you want to build the Warlock Build A Figure, because it has the main headpiece. And so that's the review. Thanks for watching, and talk to you later.